Wait.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40! Can't wait! Let's go!
Well, good evening, everybody. What is up? And it's me, it's Key, and we're back for another episode of the Hoop Dreams and TV Queens. And as always, by my side, my girl Jury is in the building. What's going on?
Nothing much. Tired, but I'm all right. How about you?
I can't complain. I had a very interesting day, but we are here. Holidays is coming up. Are you excited about Christmas time? For me, I feel like I'm in the bah humbug mood, so that's bah humbug. That's what I'm gonna say. That's
Pretty
me.
much. Same here.
But as always,
2024 comes.
We got a jam-packed show tonight. Of course, we got all your favorite topics, the NBA and NFL. Again, it's not a show if we're not talking about the Cowboys and the Lakers. And guess what? We're talking about both of them today, y'all. So let's get right into the nitty-gritty. And it is the Los Angeles Lakers. What is going on in Lakerland? What is going on? That might be an old picture. I don't know if that's shorter in there. But anyway, what is going on with the Los Angeles Lakers? Jory, tell us about it, because you are the Lakers fan. They're struggling right now. Is Darvin Ham up for firing? Is his seat hot?
No. And whoever thinks Darvin Ham needs to be fired, I'm going to need you to cool it. You're being a little emotional. They have struggled coming off the in-season tournament. Excuse me. And it's like they've been inconsistent all year. So I kind of knew one of these little waves was going to happen. I know what the team is. And it's not all of Anthony Davis's fault, since he decides to be a scapegoat for just about everything. Who's been playing pretty well, and he has an ailment. And it's like the defense is struggling. My big pet peeve, and it's like for some of the role players, you'll know what I'm talking about, to be nonchalant about defensive struggles and not playing up to par, it just makes me mad. Because it's like, if defense isn't your thing, don't you think that you could actually try to be a little bit better instead of loafing and accepting that you struggle on defense? That's a trash mentality to have. And because some of our role players aren't necessarily too hot on defense, and we have to accept that, that's why the Lakers are losing the way that they are.
Man, so it looks like they got the Thunder tonight, and it looks like Darvin Ham has benched D'Lo. It looks like. Good. And hold on, I just read it. So the starting lineup, I can tell you who your starting lineup is going to be right at this very second, because Shams literally just tweeted it out. After 4 straight losses, the Lakers are moving D'Angelo Russell to the bench versus OKC. So it's going to be LeBron James, Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince of Vanderbilt, and Anthony Davis.
Prince just as goofy as D'Lo. So I don't know where to go with that one. But if it produces results, hopefully. But D'Angelo Russell just looks goofy on the court, and I'm about sick and tired of looking at him for the second stint.
Did he not say he don't play defense?
Yes. Yeah, that's the person I'm talking about. Ding dang on goofy. That's why the Lakers are losing now, because of people. You got people like that in the locker room, and you don't even look like you're trying at times. Just look stupid, and then you make yourself sound worse by saying stuff like that. You think people are going to be sympathetic towards that? Oh, I don't play defense. You look.
Let me give a shout out to the chat real quick. And again, we are live here on the Sports Empire Network. Also, we on Roku TV live right now. If y'all want to go over to the Northeast streaming platforms, check us out over there. All of our shows are over there as well. Daniel Berry, Benny Bloom, what's going on? Coach Dante's always in the building. Gaku, Anthony Estrada, appreciate you for tuning in. Coach says he don't like the way D'Angelo Russell play. that do you think basketball too much? D'Angelo Russell just wants to score the basketball and gets in one of your do your thing moves. Well, obviously, bro, that got you on the bench.
He could stay there. I'm tired. I am tired of looking at him.
Koo says he feels for you.
Thank you. I
but
can use
you're
it.
telling the truth though. What's going on, Simon? Like, how do you come out publicly and say you don't play defense and you don't expect Darvin Ham to put you on the bench?
Dummy, like
Now,
play stupid games.
Can I just ask, why is Hachimura coming off the bench? Why is he not in the starting rotation?
I don't know what Darvin Ham is thinking. Maybe this is why the emotional ones want Darvin Ham fired, but Hachimura should be starting and not coming off the bench at this point, considering how consistent he's been this season.
Why is Austin Reeves on the bench? The lineup's starting to look like the Pistons lineup.
Yep. They got to figure it out.
So the last game y'all won was the Pistons game. Y'all lost to the Mavericks 125-127. You lost to the Spurs 122-119. Don't start y'all crap. Well, never fails, y'all. Sorry, Chris. Y'all lost to the Spurs 129-115. Y'all lost to the Knicks 114-109. You lost to the Bulls 124-108. And then the Timberwolves 118-111. Are y'all not finishing games?
No.
Is Anthony Davis having a roller coaster again? He's high one game, and then the next game he only scores 10 points and 5 rebounds. What is going on?
That too. He got an ailment. He's been nursing like a little ailment. But yeah, so between the lineup issues where we just can't figure out the right lineup. If you know that Hachimura Reeves should be starting, I'm telling you, there's people in that locker room that knows them two needs to be starting. And then you're deep, like when you have people like D-Lo who don't do defense, and defense is literally the reason why sometimes we're losing these games. They're close games. They're winnable games. And it's mind-boggling.
Rob Pelinka should have pulled the trigger on Cam Whitmore.
You tired of Cam? I didn't. Cam Whitmore was a wild card for me. So
Cam Whitmore balling over there with the Rockets. But what has to change for your Lakers to be better?
Consistency, like the defensive struggles needs to stop or minimize that. The lineup needs to change. D'Angelo could find himself on the further side of the bench, closest to the door, because I'm tired. The whole, on whatever type of philosophy that's going on with the Lakers, it needs to change. Because ever since they won that tournament thing, it's been a downhill roller coaster ride of emotions.
Not Jock Landale. Oh no. No, they don't need him, Dante. They definitely don't need him.
I'm hearing that the Steelers are messing things up right now.
The Steelers were up 31-0. Right now it is 31-11. But they still got 7 minutes left. I don't know what possibly they can't possibly lose this game unless some miracle happens. Yeah. But no, the Lakers need to find some consistency in the lineup that works. Go back to having Reeves and Hachimura in y'all lineup. Fix y'all bench. Get a rotation together. And y'all can start winning basketball games again. Anthony Davis, I understand, you're the glass man and you touch you point at you and something breaks. But you got to get it together. You can't have a great game one night and then the next night have a horrible behind game where you get 40-13, 40-20, and then the next game you come out getting 15-10. Like there's no balance. He was always like that with the roller coaster. He'll score real big one game, and then the next game he come off cold. LeBron might be hot. That's the thing. If LeBron's not on and AD ain't on, the Lakers ain't winning.
Exactly, and that's why I hate it. It's like the whole philosophy of this team needs to change.
I need him off my damn basketball team, so I'm willing to give him to the Lakers.
I don't want him. I speak for every rational Lakers fan. We don't want Jock Landale. Go send him to Detroit. They'll take him for a first round pick.
Oh my God.
That's a joke, by the way.
Not a first round pick. And poor Pistons, they still on the losing streak. Keep losing, Pistons, because I want the Sixers not to have this record. But anyway, I'm sorry, I had to get that out. So right now the Lakers are in a play-in. They're ninth. They're 15 and 14. They got the Houston Rockets in front of them. The Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Clippers are the number 6 seed. Then now, if the Clippers can get it together, why can't the Lakers get it together? And by the way,
like
the Clippers' new stadium, that joint is fire.
Yeah. I feel like the Lakers should be able to get it together, but I don't know, man, because it's like they've been inconsistent all year.
You definitely don't want them to go on a 5th-game losing streak. Again, people are questioning Darvin Ham's job already. The Thunder, again, Thunder's a good team right now, 18 and 8. They got some stars over there. Lakers got to come out. They play Boston on Christmas Day. They got the Hornets, the Timberwolves, and the Pelicans for the rest of the year. So I mean, they can get back on track if they know how to play the Thunder right. Boston might be a challenge for them Christmas Day.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a challenge. Don't tell Kyle I said that.
But Lakers got to get it together. But they're struggling right now with this lineup change. I don't know. Is Taurean Prince the key? I still think it should be Reeves or Huchamira to come off the bench. Have Taurean Prince come off the bench. I don't know, Lakers, but y'all need to get it together before things get worse.
And somebody do end up getting fired.
It might be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. All right, moving on. This guy right here, we all know, Mr. Joel Embiid, MVP last year. We all know how he did in the playoffs. Regular season MVP, but when it comes to the playoffs, not so much. But that's in the past right now. We're talking about right now, 2023. Is Joel Embiid the front runner right now for MVP?
I feel like if he isn't, he should be an early MVP favorite because it's like he's on a tear. It's like I got it pulled up. It's like he's averaging 35, 11.7 rebounds, and 6 assists so far, while on 54% shooting. Like he's pretty much, and he's playing like 30-something minutes a game, but even though he's very dominant. And it's like in the past 6 games, you've had a 30-point performance, a 51-point performance, a 40-point performance, a 42-point performance. Yeah. So it's like it's consistent, and I like what I've seen from Joel Embiid when it's consistent. Maybe he found a way to turn that switch on and stop crying about MVPs. Now he's playing like he actually deserves it.
Keep telling y'all, you know what it is? It's the nurse effect.
I feel
By the way, I got Nurse Effects t-shirts. I had to plug that in. If y'all want to go to the link, it's in the bio. Well, if I go to my page, the link is in the bio. For the Nurse Effect t-shirts out there for the Sixers fans, it's Nick Nurse. I'm sorry. Nick Nurse came in and restructured this whole team. He knows the strengths. He knows the weaknesses. He knows who to put together. He knows what young guys to develop. He knows what to put on the court. We had 4 people missing yesterday. So we had Milton. So we had the starting lineup was basically Embiid, Marcus Morris Sr. I think Oubre started, Maxey, and there was another big forward dominant lineup. Tobias Harris. 4 dominant forwards except Maxey, and he got the job done. Harris. I need him to score. I need him to score like this every game. He had 33 points. Maxey had 31 points. Joel had 33 points. So this is the 13th consecutive game Joel has had 13 and 20 and 10. 30 and 10. 30 and 10. And if Embiid plays like this in the regular season, of course, he's MVP. I want to see him doing it in the playoffs, though. I want to see it in the playoffs. We're not going to do it here, but if you watch my other show, 7200 Seconds, we'll probably do it over there. We usually do the live All-Star voting. So make sure y'all come over there with my guy, me and Coach Dante. We'll figure out one day next week or so. We'll definitely figure it out because after Tuesday, I'm off work until the new year. So my schedule is open. So, but they basically we'll get that show and we'll do the live All-Star voting because that is right now. So, but no, Joel, is he the front runner? It's between him and Giannis. Giannis is balling out too, but right now, if they did the votes, Joel is ahead of Giannis. He's been dominant on all cylinders. He's even passing more now. Before he wasn't like that. He gets the double team. He knows he can't physically go up and dominate the double team. He has to kick it out. He got shooters around him now that can shoot the three. There's so much space, and that's why I said it's the Nick Nurse effect. It's Nick Nurse. Doc Rivers didn't do this to him. We've seen what happened last year. Doc wasn't a part of his. Doc would have had the bench in for 99 minutes, would have had stupid lineups. Like, it's all about coaching. It's all about coaching and how they affect the players. Players around him are playing better. Maxey is on the tear out of his mind.
Mm-hmm.
So Embiid, I really think he could be the MVP right now. Could he be that in the second half? We'll see. You know, he's playing more minutes now. He still fall a lot. I know what the bottom of his shoes look like. So, but the Sixers are in third place right now behind Boston. Of course, Boston and Milwaukee are in front of us. We played the Heat Christmas Day. I thought we played the Bucks Christmas Day. That would have been a great matchup. But we got the Miami Heat, and things should get interesting after the All-Star break. That's when things start to pick up. But Joel, he's definitely been balling, definitely having a dominant game each and every time he plays. So let's see if he can keep this streak going. But definitely right now, he is a front runner for your MVP. This guy, the babyface assassin, should he be in the GOAT talks?
I mean, if we're going to be impartial, if I'm going to be completely impartial, I'm going to say yes, considering how he's played during that little stretch, what he's done for the game of basketball as far as shooting is concerned, the amount of rings that he has because of the way he plays, and how it's kind of evolved the game. Now, everybody just wants to chuck up a whole bunch of threes and pray that they make it at this point. And it's like he's holding a record for shooting threes and making them. He just broke a streak. It was like 200 and something, 98 games where he made a three. That just broke, but and right now it's like with Steph Curry, it's not just about his shooting. He's a good facilitator too. So it's like, considering what he's done for the game of basketball and his accolades and whatnot, yes, but realistically speaking, it'll be an argument for the rest of my life about Braun and Michael Jordan, and then Curry will probably end up 3 to 5 somewhere.
Right now, Steph, you have to put him in the GOAT talk.
Mm.
Greatest shooter of all time. There's no other shooter. I've never seen another shooter like Steph Curry besides, Ray Allen's, your Reggie Miller's. And you know what? He passed all of them. All of them. Steph Curry is an all-time greatest three-point shooter we've ever seen on the face of this earth since the game of basketball started. You have to put Steph in the GOAT talks. He's been MVP, 4-time champion, shooting champion. Nobody's going to beat his streak when it comes to three-pointers. Nobody. Right now, if you have to do an all-time greatest list, he has to be in your top 10.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be in your top 10. There's no other shooter like him. He can facilitate. He doesn't go through the basket a lot, but when you need him to, he'll take the ball to the rack. He got a floater that is unguardable. Once he puts that floater up, you're not blocking that. It's the same shot he threw in 2K in the game. You cannot block it. I tried. You can't do it. And that floater is deadly. So, I mean, this man's shooting threes from the half court and it goes in with no issues. Whenever you got a scorer or a player that can shoot the ball and start to run up court because he knows it's going in automatically, why is he not in the GOAT talks? Of course he's in the GOAT talks. You have to put Curry up there. You got to put him up there. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. I don't care what nobody says. He's in the GOAT list. He's in the GOAT list. Mm-hmm. Just like Koo said, the best shooter of all time. At me if y'all want to about Steph Curry. But he deserves to be in your GOAT talks. Greatest players, he deserves to be in your top 10. Or if he's not in your top 10, he's 15. But I'm not going no lower than that.
If it's top 15, it's stupid because he's top 10. He's literally top tier. He's higher if he's borderline top 5 if he's not already. Like me, honestly, I'd have, if we do the Bron MJ thing, it's 1A, 1B, and then he's 2.
That's straight facts. You definitely got to have him on your list. Last on the list before we start talking about NFL, and that's when things is going to pick up real crazy. Oh, yeah. Sorry, no, Jory got a lot of things on her mind in the NFL, but we got to talk about Mr. Ja Morant making his return, and then it's like he never left.
I'm proud of him.
Game-winning bucket. You know, he served his 25 games, came back with a vengeance. He said he got receipts, but he looked good. Looked like he never left. Will Memphis, you know, I mean, it's too late for Memphis, but
yeah, they're too far out of it.
They're too far out of it. But what do you think about Ja Morant's return?
His presence was definitely missed. Like you said, let that little comeback, won by a point. He actually put life into Memphis for what it looked like. My thing about Ja is hopefully he improved his defense in the time that he's been out, because the whole thing about Ja is in the home stretch, sometimes he's much of a liability. Hopefully he honed that in a little bit. And I'm very confident that he'll be able to pick it back on up. I hope he do. And stay out of trouble. Stop being dumb.
Definitely agreed. You know, he can get it together. He can, like you said, stay out of trouble with, even though he didn't do anything legal. It's just, you know, he broke the NBA's rules. So you work for an employer, you break their rules, you're going to face some consequences. And that's what happened. Ja Morant is a hell of a player, star in his league. You know, need to be on the straight and narrow. You know, like I said, the role models, the kids look up to you. You got a daughter. You don't want, you know, when she gets older, you don't want nobody, you definitely don't want her to see stuff. So again, you gotta be that guy. The team definitely needed you, misses your presence. Who's to say? You never know. A miracle could possibly happen, but I believe they're too far gone. But just him being out there is definitely great to see. Like I said, he hit that game-winning shot. It's like he never left.
Stay on the court, Ja. Good Lord.
Basketball needs you.
Not
just Memphis. Basketball needs you as well. But we're going to take a quick break, y'all. Again, remember, we're on the Sports Empire Network live, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter as well. If y'all have not yet followed us on the Sports Empire Network, make sure you do so. The link is in the description. Just hit the button. Pre-like. We're not asking for no funds. And again, we're on the Sports Streaming Network as well on Roku TV. But we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty things, the NBA, NFL, and our Week 16 picks. Football's almost over. We'll be back.
What's up, everybody? It's Cottrell Simpson with Wire to Wire Sports Podcast, where we're going to cover all things breaking news, sports related. We're going to preview games, and we're also going to give you our reaction to the games that have happened before. You can catch us on Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And if you miss us there, no worries. You can also catch us on Roku with Northeast Streaming Sports Productions from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Hey, and listen, if you're not into all sports and just NFL, we have Sideline to Sideline. That's on Thursday nights from 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. We'll break down the NFL week, the Thursday night game, and we'll preview all NFL action.
And if you're like me and college football is your fix, tune in every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for Coast to Coast College Football pregame show. We'll review the previous week's action, the day's biggest games. We'll give you our pick'ems, and we'll even give you some teams that are on upset alert.
And if you don't catch us live, you can download us on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to your podcast. We do also have a YouTube station, Wire to Wire Sports Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, y'all. There you have it. And again, that's Wire to Wire. If y'all have not yet checked them out again, they're on the Sports Empire Network live on Wednesday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. And also, they have a YouTube channel as well that you can go definitely tune into. All right, so we're going to get down to the things of the NFL, everybody's favorite topic. And we got some pretty good things to go over when it comes to the NFL. One being a certain rookie wide receiver, and Puka Nacua is blazing hot right now. Do you see him as being a rookie of the year, or is that going to someone else?
I see him being right now the way he's playing and how Sean McVay has put his trust in him and how he's coming to his own as a rookie. I like his chances of getting rookie of the year. I don't really know exactly who else would be up for it other than him, but work and life balance.
I mean, you got CJ Stroud, you got Puka Nacua. There's some other rookies, but I think Puka's the only one who is going crazy when it comes to stats right now. He is number 2 in receiving. As
a rookie?
Right under Tyreek Hill. 1,000. So he has 96 receptions, 1,327 receiving yards, 5 TDs. As a rookie.
What's up, Kyle? And that right there, rookie of the year right there. I know Tyreek is going crazy because he's just fast as hell. But what Puka's doing is pretty special. And I like his chances for rookie of the year.
He's had 400 yard 6 games over the 500 with a 100 mark. His best game actually was against the Indianapolis Colts in the win. He had 9 receptions, 163 yards, and a touchdown.
So for about a third of the season, he had about 100. He had 100 yards. He had 100 yards in his games. That is pretty special. I like him a lot.
One thing about Puka is, right, he doesn't have to. Well, Sean McVay now doesn't have. Well, not Sean McVay. Matthew Stafford doesn't have to just solely throw to Cooper Kupp. He has a dual threat now. So if Cooper Kupp isn't open, Puka Nacua is going to be open. He has Tutu Atwell as well when he's healthy. They got a nice little receiving core. Williams is running lights out for a running back for the Rams. So the Rams are trying to get into the playoffs. They're actually playing pretty well down the stretch. But Puka, he's balling right now. Could he have a part of it? He's maybe if he doesn't get rookie of the year, he gets offensive, rookie of the year. Or maybe CJ still make the case, but since CJ's been out now, definitely he is the front runner now. I know there are some other rookies that's out there. But I don't think they're making an impact like this.
No. Because if they were, we'd be talking about them.
Facts. One person we ain't talking about is Quentin Johnston.
Oh, yeah. I bet the Chargers really regret that one.
Let me make sure. Let me see who would be a front runner right now.
Because I can't think. Even on the defensive line.
Defense, that's going to be. It could be Will Anderson. The Rams have a rookie on their defensive side too with 5 sacks. Jahmyr Gibbs is another name you can say. So let's see. So I got rookie. So you got CJ, Devin Witherspoon. Right now he has 44 tackles, 2 sacks, interception. Puka Nacua is going crazy. Jordan Addison could be another one. Sam Laporta definitely could be another rookie of the year because he's going crazy over there with Detroit. Bijan not having a great rookie year because of Arthur Smith don't know how to use him.
We're gonna get into that in a minute.
Byron Young was another one. That's the rookie for the Rams. Devin A-Chain, Jahmyr Gibbs. There's so many rookies you can put up there, but Puka, watch out for even Shohei Ohtani had to go to SoFi with the Puka Nacua jersey on. So that's how you know this guy is the real deal in LA. So they found themselves a stud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, getting down to Mr. AJ Brown. We all know the Eagles are on this 3-game losing streak. AJ was having a Twitter war with some of the fans. Talk about it, Jury.
Like, this pattern of behavior, he's been doing this. He was doing this in Tennessee, but you finally get to play with your best friend. Remember you said that, Mr. Brown? Like, oh, y'all do things a little differently over there. Remember you said that, and then everything decided to down to kind of spiral. You wish you would have took that back, huh? Yeah, your quarterback is playing a little bit differently, but you trying to defend yourself and you inadvertently sell out your quarterback and you start being a little brat. It don't look too good. And in a way, you're right. It's a no-win situation. You get force-fed the ball, you lose, you cry. You don't get the ball enough, y'all lose, you cry. So whatever it is that you're doing, and it's not always your fault, it's not producing a win, and it is eating at you, right? But social media and arguing with fans and just crying and being you, like, this is something I expect from AJ. It's not necessarily the best way to air out our grievances at all. And I wish he'd just grow up. Like, come on, Mr. Tweet and delete. That's why I call him that. Because he's always tweeting something and deleting it. For somebody who y'all stand on business, he sure don't. Because he loved to backtrack and delete stuff.
He did they did interview him. He did say, he went over. He don't usually, with the whole beef with the fans and everything.
Yes, you do.
He apologized for the situation. He was like, we all know AJ wants to win. We all know he's passionate. Great wide receiver. No doubt about him not taking his talents away. But at the same time, I don't need you. I don't need my star receiver fighting with Twitter.
He always do that. I'm not buying that he don't usually do it. He always do it when he's not getting the ball enough, or he drops something, or it's not working right. He always take to Twitter and air out his foolishness. I'm not buying that crap. Be real with yourself, AJ.
He was talking about the fans. He was like, "Oh, y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all don't. I am the first option." It's just like this whole Eagles season. I'm not gonna get into that. It's just
a roller
craziness.
coaster.
It is a roller coaster. Again, I shouldn't be this stressed when my team is 10-4. I should not be stressful, but I am. Am I saying
right now
AJ,
they look like on a train wreck?
Am I saying AJ's making things stressful? No, because AJ's been balling. Got to hold on to the ball. But this whole, just get it together. Get your team together right before we be one and done and be on the couch looking at everybody else. Just win these. Please. I just ask y'all, just please win these last 3 games. That's all I ask. One seed is out the door. We can still win the division. AJ, just go out there, play your game. Just go up to your quarterback. Good look. I said have a come to Jesus meeting with the Eagles. A team only meeting. Have a come to Jesus meeting. Everybody get what they got to get off their chest. Play football.
They sound like they need to run a good 60 seconds.
So
just fight for 60 seconds.
Put the gloves on. Here, hit me.
Put the gloves on. Let's go.
So I mean, they gotta do something. We gotta definitely do something. Michael Parsons, again, the last person you want to give a podcast to. I done forgot what he said. You go ahead.
I remember because he was crying about the Cowboys receiving attention after loss. First of all, for the most part of the season, we've been keeping the same energy for the Cowboys as we've been keeping for the Eagles, for the most part. And when the Eagles started their little losing streak, that's still continuing, they've been critical of the Eagles as well. So he could stop that little stupid angle It's like, do you recognize what brand that you play for? If you can hear barking, my dog. But it's like that Cowboys logo, the star, the brand, it's either love or it's hated. And let's be completely real. Outside of the delusional Cowboys fans, good Lord, we cannot wait to see y'all fail to meet expectations because y'all are always in the media. So you're tired of it. We are too. And it's like, y'all didn't play well at all. So why are you complaining about receiving attention about not playing well? And it's typically that type of year that we see y'all slide backwards. Like, and you just did not play well. You didn't just play well, you stunk up the joint while doing it. Micah, they didn't block you at all for a reason. They made you run around and chase people, and they made you look flat out goofy. Along with the rest of the defense that couldn't stop a nosebleed. You love the hate, you love the criticism, you love the praise, but you hate the criticism. You might as well just shut up and grow a pair. Because in your business, like, it's gonna happen. People are gonna criticize you. That's life. Oh well. It's who you play for.
Again, because you wear that star, you're going to get talked about. Why? The last time y'all been to the Super Bowl? 20, 28, 27 years.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get to the first round of the playoffs. Okay, y'all can beat the first round, but y'all either run into Green Bay, San Fran. Y'all can't beat. You can't get to the NFC Championship game. So yes, us saying that this is y'all year, y'all play great at home. You can't win on the road. I'm not saying you can't win on the road. So Miami is a favorite to win this game this week as well. I picked Buffalo last week to beat y'all, and my God, 31-10. Y'all always coming after Eagles fans, but when it comes to right back on y'all, the same thing the Eagles did. Maybe it was lose. We can't talk about y'all. Oh, my quarterback's always. Why my quarterback don't always getting talked about when Jalen Hurts got double turnovers this year and the double interceptions. It's always excuses. And when y'all do lose, it's an excuse. An excuse. Oh, well, Micah Parsons wasn't feeling better. Well, you suited up.
I don't want to hear that. Everybody was a sick excuse.
Jalen Hurts was sick and he went out there and played.
If you were well enough to put on some ding dang on pads, you are well enough to play.
If you wasn't feeling well and you knew you couldn't go up there to the task and the talent, you went up to par, you shouldn't have played. Nobody would be talking about Micah Parsons. They would talk about, oh, he was too sick to play. So that's really how sick you were. But you went out there. You said you was a go. You can clearly see you wasn't yourself. But Dallas can't stop the run anyway. James Cook was cooking y'all from north to west, east to west, back and forth, up and down, diagonally, horizontally. Y'all got cooked by Cooks. And Josh Allen
only ran about 3 plays.
He had 94 yards. Josh Allen. 94 yards. He didn't have to throw nothing.
Nothing. They ran 3 plays that game. Like 3. The whole game. Because it was working. And because Dallas, for whatever reason, in December, they feel like stopping the run is optional. It's not.
So, but like he said, keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. You got Detroit, you got Miami, and then you got the Commanders left. Keep that same energy. We're going to do better when it comes to San Fran. No, y'all not. I believe it when I see it. I don't think y'all can beat San Fran is the most complete team right now. It's going to be a great game when we're going to do our picks. Coming up to the Ravens and the 49ers. It's going to be one of the best games on the docket on Monday. But I don't see y'all beating San Fran. I do not. When it comes to the playoffs
42-10 already. And then you got another team, the Ravens, who's crying about not getting attention. I want them to hush too.
But you're like, oh, y'all got beat by San Fran. Y'all got beat by San Fran too. We both got whooped. We both, at least we put up more points at the 10, but we got whooped too. But anyway, I digress. All right. Before we get into this, so last week we talked about George Pickens, his frustrations. This week we talking about George Pickens and what he said on the field. But somebody must have pissed in his Cheerios today because the boy went off. He went off. So I guess whatever the frustrations or whatever anything worked, but that's not what we're talking about for. We're talking about him not wanting to block. And Jalen Warren said the same thing. He said, if it was roles reversed, I will block for you. What is going on with athletes or football players not saying they don't want to do their job and block? When you're a wide receiver, you have to block for your running back. Why? Because your running back is going to score your points. You win games that way. Why aren't we coming out saying you don't want to block?
And I'm not trying to hear that BS excuse about I don't want to suffer the same consequences Tank Dell. First of all, that was a load. And the lack of effort was so astonishing in that play that Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder could have seen it from a mile away. Like, I don't know what it is about blocking in these receivers. Like, that's a part of the job. If you block, the quarterback will probably see that you're blocking, and then they'll get you the ball eventually. Maybe once or twice in the game plan. They'll get it to you. The amount of delusion in the thing that you thought it was okay to go on camera and stick with that. I didn't want to stick with I don't want to suffer the same consequences Tank Dell. First of all, Tank Dell's injury was different. First of all, he was in the hashes. He was blocked. He was doing what he had got run over. You looked at somebody tackle your boy as he's trying to get into the end zone. It's two completely different things. Tank Dell made an effort. George Pickens just decided to take a popcorn break in the middle of a play. And because he was frustrated with the inability to get him the ball for whatever reason. Or we know how that happens. The diviness of these wide receivers and their pouting, and especially the Pittsburgh ones. Like, the Pittsburgh ones definitely have a tendency to, when they don't get their way, and if they're not being force-fed the ball, they act a fool. Bottom line, I dang near blame Mike Tomlin for condoning and enabling this behavior until it gets out the
Simon said Mason threw him a running touchdown tonight so he can shut up and block.
Yeah.
Don't come out and say you don't want to block. Some of the best, greatest wide receivers we know block. That's part of your job. When there's not a running play, when there's not a throwing play, and there's a run, you block. The receivers aren't just sitting there lollygagging. You gotta block.
Mm-hmm.
There's a block. There's a pass. There's passing blocking, and there's run blocking. When there's a run, you block. Straight elementary school football.
They don't want to get to that part. They just want to catch footballs and score touchdowns. No, there's a process to this. You can't cheat the system, because if you cheat the system, you're gonna mess over your quarterback. Like, come on now.
Injuries can happen anytime.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear that. Oh, I'm gonna block and I'm gonna get hurt. No, and injuries can happen right when you're running. You can tear your Achilles. It could be a non-contact issue. So I don't want to. That was a horrible excuse to use Tank Dell. And you're a receiver. You have to block. You block on certain things. Block.
Like, that's a non-negotiable.
You block on certain things. So all right, George Pickens, I give it up for your game today, sir. Pittsburgh wins this game 30-11. Not a great game for Jake Browning. No Jamar Chase with an AC sprain. So George Pickens, you did your thing today. I ain't gonna hold you. Almost had 200 yards on 4 catches, 195. 2 tubs. Tua Tagovailoa. He went on a tangent about he got receipts and everything else. Shannon, I don't know if y'all seen First Take, but Shannon went off for him. Do you agree with Tua?
I like edgy and salty Tua coming to fruit. I love it. Because it's like, especially when he probably feels that Cam Newton was playing on his top. And maybe he needs a little doubt in his life, even though I believe he has what it takes to be a game changer. But Tua, I know that you're on this little rip with Tyreek in the way that y'all are running the ball, but it doesn't change one thing. Y'all haven't beaten anybody. You struggled with a bad team, which is my team, and you're front runners until you prove not to be. That doesn't change. You're playing well, and you have earned the right to be edgy and to be as salty as you want to, but it's not changing anything.
I mean, Tua, we all was questioning Tua's durability as well. The injury, the constant concussions. We like, oh my gosh, is he going to play again? Is he going to retire? He's coming out with a vengeance, scoring and playing the way he has. He didn't have Tyreek Hill last week, but guess what? They still managed to find a way to win the game. I know it's the Jets, 30-0, but it's the Jets. I can't say anybody can beat the Jets because the Eagles couldn't beat the Jets, but it's the Jets. It's the Jets. Zach Wilson, even though that is an inferior defense they have, top corners and Reader and Sauce Gardner, and y'all still found a way to beat the Jets. Saucy Tua coming out with being sarcastic. I mean, I like it. There's some edge to him. He's trying to prove his point. Cam Newton did mention him in his quarterback, saying he was a game manager. Because of the people around him, Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Mostert. You take Tyreek Hill out, they can't win. Well, he won games last year without Hill. Well, the year before Hill got there, he was throwing at the Waddle and they were winning games. And we thought, okay, Miami's okay. He threw it last week, no Tyreek Hill. So, I mean, but again, they haven't beaten any, really nobody like that either, just like the Cowboy situation. So let's see. Oh my God, Damien said something sensible.
Oh yeah.
He's been on fire. He's been on fire today, saying things that's realistic. Mike McDaniel, he's possible. He could win.
He could
Coach
win.
Of the year. He's in that lineup. I'm not saying crown him, but he's definitely should be one of the candidates in the Coach of the Year. But Miami's playing good. Their defense as well. Secondary is playing great. The running game, passing game, they're playing complete football. But let's see, can they go up against the Dallas team? And let's see, can Dallas go up against the Miami team? So that should be a great game. But I'm gonna tell y'all who I'm picking later on. We're gonna tell you who we're picking. But Saucy Tua, I like it. You go out and shut up people. Point blank, period. Go out there and shut up folks.
And keep all the receipts you want.
Right, keep them all. Christian McCaffrey has been balling too. He is leading the league in rushing. We all talk about MVPs, Brock Purdy, Lamar Jackson. Should Christian McCaffrey be MVP?
He should be in consideration, but I don't think he's going to get it. The league is not very kind on running backs. And the fact that we have another 2,000-yard rusher who did not get an MVP for rushing 2,000 yards literally speaks to the value of the running back. And I know that Christian McCaffrey is more valuable even catching passes out the backfield, and maybe sometimes you might line him up in the slot or whatever. But he's MVP talent, but because the position that he plays, he should be, but I don't think he gets there. He might be a little finalist, maybe, if he continues.
So CMC, 1,292 yards, 13 TDs on the year. Rushing. Receiving touchdowns, I believe he has 3.
Mm-hmm.
No, he got 7. Oh, my damn. So 13 rushing, 7 receiving. He only had 3 fumbles lost this year. and Williams is right behind him. He cracked the 1,000-yard mark on Thursday night's game, and he had 9 touchdowns. But Christian McCaffrey, I mean, I get it. I don't know why they always throw that MVP to a quarterback. I get it, it's a quarterback, but the term "most valuable player" is the best player in the NFL. In my opinion, who's playing better than Christian McCaffrey? Okay, you can say Tyreek Hill. We definitely put that up there, but I think it should be for everybody, every position, not just
the quarterback.
The quarterback. I get the defensive player. They got defensive player of the year, but if they're playing like an MVP, why not give them an MVP?
They just need to go ahead and make a new category and call it Best Quarterback Award, and go ahead and have their own judging criteria for that. Because
there's other players who's been balling other than a quarterback. And like I said, Christian McCaffrey damn sure make a good case for this year. Tyreek Hill, exactly. You know, he got 3 games left if he wants to try to get to 2,000 yards. 2,000 yards. Definitely he'll be the first. Justin Jefferson came close. So, but no, I in my opinion, if you want to say CMC's MVP, I definitely would agree with that. Damian is on a roll. AP is MVP. Was MVP. I don't see why Christian McCaffrey can't be. Who has impressed you most in the NFL this season?
Will Levis.
Your boy. Well, nobody on my Eagles team, so I can't be biased there even if I wanted to.
I like Eli Ricks.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua has definitely impressed me a little bit, a lot. We all know Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill. He got that speed. Didn't think, he could be that 2,000-yard receiver. I'm trying not to go with none of the obvious names because CJ Stroud, rookie coming in for Houston. Houston's turned their season around. They won more games than they did last year. CJ Stroud has been balling. Gardner Minshew stepped in. Uncle Rico has been playing, but that's Shane Steichen though. He knows how to quarterbacks. I miss Shane. I'm still gonna keep saying that.
I know you miss Shane. Y'all going through it up there.
DeVito has impressed you. In the time that he had to step up, there kind of reminds me of how Brock Purdy did. He had to step up when Sargent says Flacco. Flacco's another one, old man getting the job done. But
off the couch. Got that man off his couch to play football again. So it's definitely been some great people that's impressed you. Myles Garrett on the defensive side, he's been killing it. So but sheesh, Christian McCaffrey definitely has a play there for MVP, and I say why the hell not? That couldn't have been it. Am I missing somebody? I think so. Arthur Smith.
No. We didn't went through everything. Oh, Arthur, even though we didn't talk about it, I don't have a graphic, but Arthur Smith, he's now on the hot seat. Finally, Mr. Arthur Blank has in the ownership. Mr. Home Depot has finally said something. Arthur Smith should have been booted. After going through quarterback, first is Ritter, then it's Heineke. Now we're going back to Ritter, and now we're going back to Heineke. He don't know how to use Bijan Robinson right. Kyle Pitts. Do you think we'll see Arthur Smith booted this year? And will Atlanta have a new quarterback?
Arthur Smith 100% should lose his job this year. He should have been left in Carolina with the 40-cent seat. Like, if we're gonna be completely honest here, and I'm gonna speak for every Falcons fan here that live in Georgia. I live here. So it's like, what exactly has he done? Absolutely nothing. You've acquired a bunch of Titans rejects. You wasted times with Marcus Mariota. You forced the idea of Desmond Ritter being a capable quarterback down the city's throats, and they're tired of it. You've done nothing but waste the talent of Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, and others, and you're wearing out a top-tier defense. and you find dumb ways to lose winnable games. This man has taken a roster full of talent and weapons and rendered it null and void with a dummy at quarterback and I don't know at head coach. He absolutely deserves to be fired. Like, how do you forget to run the football knowing where you came from and knowing what you just drafted? And why would you keep turning the quarterback carousel? You done already dug your grave in. Go ahead and hop in it. You're trying to desperately save your job and try to strike some luck. But I think the luck done ran out here because the way that the Falcons lost that Panthers game and the way that Desmond Ritter threw that interception, I'm like, bro.
That's all that's
what
in
were
my
you
head.
Looking at?
In my mind, I'm like, that's really all y'all scored against the Carolina team is 7 points. 7 points on Carolina? You have a great running back in Bijan. I don't know why y'all keep running Tyler Algier. No shade to Tyler Algier because he's a great running back. But you don't know how to use Pitts. You don't know how to get Drake London involved. You was using old man Jonnu Smith. I can't. Defensively, I mean, they're okay. Jesse Bates on that side. I mean, they got some talent on the defensive side. Atlanta's not a bad team. They're just missing a quarterback.
No.
Desmond Ritter is not it.
Damien, the Falcons have literally been trying to recuperate from that Super Bowl.
Should we not talk about this again? Now, see, you was being nice. Now you being dumb again.
Yeah. Like, they've been rebuilding from that Super Bowl. This is the year where they finally have some of the key pieces in place, and they're a quarterback away. And they would have been found that out if they didn't have wasted Marcus Mariota's time and his little quitting self and played Desmond Ritter that year. Instead of this whole quarterback turnaround thing. Now it's Heineke. You got 3 games left in the season. What's the point in playing pick a quarterback? No. You got 3 games left. You lose one and you're done. You put that on yourself.
And the NFC South has been bad this year. That division is hard.
Exactly. So it's like, if he doesn't get it at the end of the season, they'll give him half the season next year, but he won't get much more of that if they start being the Falcons.
And this quarterback draft, this draft has a lot of QBs in there. Maybe they trade. I've seen a lot of talks, rumors. One Chicago QB in Atlanta, and Gene's talked about it as well. Possibly Justin Fields going to Atlanta. If that happens, that's going to be a game changer. And Gene wasn't the first time I've heard that either. So, the rumors, should Atlanta call Chicago? But
I liked Mariota too, until he started that whole quitting thing. Until he quit, and that's when Ryan Tannehill really took the reins over. Marcus Mariota showed his whole butt during that whole quarterback transition. He got on my goddamn dang on nerve, pouting on the sidelines. But yeah, if they make that trade, I feel like they'll be a better team, but they're gonna have to get a new coach because Arthur Smith don't know how to run the football. And with somebody like Justin Fields, you're gonna want to use his legs.
I know you saying Fields ain't going nowhere, but we don't know. Like you always say, money talks. So Atlanta could flash something at Chicago and be an offer they can't refuse. So never say never in this league. But if Justin Fields goes to Atlanta, he wouldn't have to use his legs as much because he's going to have a 2-headed monster and running when it comes to Algier and Bijan Robinson. He got a stud in Drake London on one side. He has Kyle Pitts on the other. That is the perfect, and his offensive line is half of what he had in Chicago. So, he would just have to sit there and just throw. Bloop, 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 bloop. Mm-hmm. Use his feet when he has to. He don't have to always use his legs because he knows he's on a run because he can't sit behind the pocket because his line collapses. So, but just imagine that would be crazy though.
Because Atlanta does have a top 10 offensive line. So, and I haven't said that in a long time.
But we're gonna take our last break here. We're gonna go through the picks and predictions before game time comes on. The Chargers and the Bills. Hopefully, we don't see another butt kicking in 63 to points. But come
if
on
the
back.
Chargers come out and win the game, I'll know some.
Come on back. We'll talk about our picks and predictions right here.
Hey guys, it's Pavel the Cat.
And Evan Rev Reynolds.
And we are Two Guys in Hockey Talk. We are here every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to talk all things hockey. What are we talking about, Evan?
We talk KHL, AHL, ECHL, every HL hockey league you can think about, prospects, juniors, even the professional women's hockey league.
Yeah, we love it. And we have a website, Two Guys in Hockey Talk. So give us a follow. We got articles on all things related to hockey, and we're writing all throughout the season. So make sure you tune in. We're also on X or Twitter. You can find me at hockey_2, and
you can follow me at RevanEv. Or you can also go to twoguysandhockeytalk.com to follow everything.
We love hearing from you guys, so make sure you tune in, comment, like, give us a follow on our Facebook and YouTube page. We love hearing from you guys, and it's a blast talking all things hockey, right, Evan?
Hey, man, it is. So, as we say every show, in the meantime and in between time,
keep your sticks on the ice. Cheers.
Cheers.
Make sure y'all go support my guys, Two Guys in Hockey Talk, for everything hockey. I was on a show a couple of weeks ago. We was talking about the Flyers. Definitely fun over there. And they're on the Sports Empire Network as well every Wednesday nights at 9. Make sure y'all tune in. But we going to get down here to the nitty-gritty of things here. Our picks and predictions for Week 16. Y'all, we got 2 more weeks of football left before playoffs. And the regular season is over. So Monday night, I did have the Rams. Rams look good. I don't know what's going on with the Saints. I picked Cincy in this game, and they lost 34-11. 11 points. They missing Chase. They was missing Chase. Jamar Chase.
Yep.
Oh, and the game starts now. Okay, the game's on now on Peacock. But Chargers and the Bills. So you got.
I have the Bills, but if the Chargers find a way to win this game, I'm gonna know something for real.
Again, no Justin Herbert. He's out for the year. And again, no Keenan Allen in this game. I am going with the Buffalo Bills here.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Buffalo Bills here? I think Josh Allen's going to throw more here. He's going to mix it up some. They might get their running game together. James Cook was balling last week. They're going to activate Leonard Fournette as well. Probably we might see Leonard Fournette this week. So I got the Bills here.
I got the Bills.
You pay my bills. Can't pay my telephone bills. Bills. I'm taking the Bills. we got the Texans in the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland. I'm thinking wrong Cleveland team. Cleveland Browns. Got basketball in my brain.
Give me the Browns. I feel like the Texans could still win this game, but I don't like Davis Mills. I don't think CJ Stroud is going to play.
I don't think Davis Mills is playing. It might be Case Keenum again.
Oh, ew. Worse. But Browns.
You say that. They won last week.
I know, and I know who they won against. It hurt because we had that damn game.
No CJ again. Nico Collins is back. Case Keenum didn't really do bad. The defense stepped up and came to play. But the Browns have been balling with Flacco. Amari Cooper, quiet. Amari Cooper's quiet any damn way. Cooper's balling. The running game with Hunt. But the defensive side, I think Myles Garrett and that defense is going to disrupt Case Keenum. I'm going to go with the Browns here. I'm going to go with the Browns. We got, oh my God, this game right here. The Washington Commanders versus the Jets. Mind you, the Jets are number 32 when it comes to offense. And the Commanders are 32 when it comes to defense. I think it's one of them. They're dead last in defense and offense. I'm going to Washington here. I'm not playing with these Jets.
I'm not. I can't. Washington, and that's going to be a snooze fest, and that's going to be a nap game, a game that you definitely get to sleep through.
And it's a 1 o'clock game. You can just bypass that. Get y'all Christmas decorations together. Get ready.
Use
for
it
Christmas.
as background noise.
Y'all hear guinea pigs squeaking. They irking my nerves. Anybody want them? I gladly ship them to y'all. But no, I got Washington here. I'm gonna take Washington, even though the Jets are a 3-point favorite. Where's the Super Bowl Jets? We got the Seahawks and your Titans. Who you got?
I'm gonna pick the Seahawks. You know how much that hurt? Sea chickens.
Not the Sea Chickens. I don't know if Seahawks got a win against us last week. We haven't beaten the Seahawks in 15 years. I don't know what it is about Seattle we can't beat.
But I do have Ryan Tannehill playing, and he's very capable.
Is Will Levis playing? Will playing?
No, I got Tannehill playing.
Oh, they said he was practicing though. If the Tennessee runs with
Spears
and Henry, I don't know. It might be a problem.
Yeah. If they can attack the middle of the field and open something up and stop getting stupid penalties on drives, we could be fine. That's the reason why our record is penalties and offensive line play.
This could be a letdown for the Seahawks. What the hell did I pick? Give me the Seahawks.
I remember the last game too, but
I'm gonna take the Seahawks here. I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Watch Tennessee turn it around for one game and beat them.
We got the Colts versus the Falcons. I'm not picking Atlanta no more. Not picking Atlanta anymore. Uncle Rico. I can't pick Atlanta. After they couldn't beat Carolina and only scoring 7 points, you can't beat Carolina. 7 points. I'm going Uncle Rico.
They do have Heineke starting, so it could put a little spark into that offense. But Colts, and I hate to pick them too.
Going Colts. Disrespectful that the Colts are underdogs. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. Packers and the Panthers.
Packers. The Packers.
I'm going Green Bay here. I swear for beans, if Green Bay can't beat Carolina, there's something wrong.
I'll know something.
Green Bay's fighting for a playoff spot as well. They're 6-8. You got the 2-12 Carolina team that you can't beat. But I'm gonna go Green Bay here. They got a young receiving core that I like. Jaden Reed. You got Wicks, Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson when he's healthy. Aaron Jones when he runs the ball well. Defensive sides, it is playing okay. Jonathan Owen, Mr. That's Simone Biles' wife. Husband. Jonathan Owen. They've been playing. So I should have brought my cheese head up here. I got a cheese head, by the way. But I'm going Green Bay. Lions in Minnesota.
Lions. Do not sell me Detroit, because they've been on this whole roller coaster ride too. But I have the Lions. I feel like they were back in the form with Jared Goff getting back rolling. Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm taking the Lions.
I got the Lions too. I don't know. I don't trust Minnesota. Of course, Damian's going to say tie. Nick Mullins didn't look bad. You still got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Ty Chandler. This is the thing I don't understand with Minnesota. Minnesota could have beat the Bengals last week. You had 4th and 1. Ty Chandler had 132 yards and was balling. Why did you get a ball to Nick Mullins to get a 1 yard?
And he didn't even do that. And you had a running back that was capable. Yeah.
That's why y'all lost.
Thing.
But I'm gonna go Lions here. I won't see Minnesota beating the Lions, even though Minnesota again they are fighting for a playoff spot as well. We got the Jags and the Bucks, and T-Law, Mr. Sunshine, will be playing.
Jags.
And no, I'm right. I'm riding the Baker train. I took the Bucks. Going Bucks here.
I see it.
This was another game that had my head scratching. Freaking Cardinals and the Bears.
Bears. Even though both of them are mildly scrappy, but the Bears.
The Cardinals definitely is scrappy with Kyler Murray, James Conner. But I like the Bears defense here. I'm going Chicago. Sijin got the Cards. Damian got the Bucks. Oh, he says a tie. He don't want his team to win either. Cowboys and the Dolphins. Now, this is your 4:25 game Sunday night. Sunday afternoon, both 4-10. 10 and 4-10. 10 and 4. Jesus, my dyslexic. 10 and 4. Who you got?
See, because with the Dolphins and the Cowgirls, you can both if you can beat them both in the trenches, you have a chance. If you can get to Tua, you have a chance. If you can make Dak throw the ball down the field multiple times, you have a chance because something's gonna happen. And the Dallas does not play well on the road. Their 3 losses have been on the road, and they have been like double digits. So, that being said, and I feel like they might pick on Mr. Bland.
He might be bland.
He might be bland.
I'm gonna go Dolphins here, only because Cowboys can't win on the road. Cowboys can't win on the road. Let's see if they beat another. They can't beat good teams. San Fran was a good team. The Eagles were a good team.
Arizona was not.
Arizona wasn't, but y'all lost to them. Y'all perfect at home. Y'all can't win on the road. Give me the Dolphins. If the Dolphins watch the formula of what the Bills did and it's going to run down their throats, A-Chain and Mostert, man,
they're gonna have a long day.
Can Bland keep up with Tyreek Hill, or they gonna have Gilmore on Tyreek Hill?
Either one of them have Micah on there.
Oh, Micah definitely can't catch up with Tyreek Hill.
And Dolphins, if they realize
Dolphins got something to prove. Dolphins, because the Cowboys always they do. Around playoff time, they choke.
Yeah, it's around that time. You saw it last week when they just couldn't stop nothing.
Nope, couldn't stop a cold. And why they put this game on Sunday night? My God, they should have put the Dolphins and Cowboys Sunday night. We gotta watch the Patriots. Sorry, Kyle, against the Broncos. 8:15 Sunday night game. Who you got?
Broncos.
Definitely going Broncos. If the Broncos can't beat the Patriots,
they don't need to be in the playoffs. They have been playing very well, minus a stinker or two. But if they can't beat the lifeless Patriots, sorry, Kyle, we have some issues.
He said no Pats hate allowed. Damien got the Pat side and said Broncos country, let's ride. I'm going Broncos as well. Patriots have always had a good defense. Broncos defense is playing well too. So let's see. I think Stevenson will not be in this game. They're going to rely on Zeke to run. So let's see. Kyle is picking his Pats. And then Christmas Day, we got 3 games. Hopefully my Eagles don't ruin my damn Christmas. 4:30 game on Christmas. We got the Giants and the Eagles. Who are you taking?
I'm taking the Eagles because the Giants, once again, are dysfunctional. And I don't think they have the defense. And if that Philadelphia, this is that perfect get-right game. So, yeah, I'm taking the Eagles.
Cool said, piss in the Cheatriots.
The
Arlington football team and the Santa Clara football team. That's funny. That's funny. Dallas don't play in Dallas. They play in Arlington. And Santa Clara, San Francisco don't play in San Fran. They play in Santa Clara. He picked the Beagles. Good grief. Kyle said he picked the Broncos on the big three. Going Giants. Fly, Eagles, fly. Enough said. You know what's funny? I picked my Birds all year. And they lost me 4 games. I mean, that ain't bad, but I just hope and pray. Hope and pray that we win. But I'm going to pick them here. We can't beat the Giants. We're never going to hear the end of it in the chat. We are never going to hear the end of it in the chat.
At all. And I'm at the
we're not going to hear the end of it. If the Giants beat the Eagles, we're not going to hear. We're not going to hear the end of it. I'm not going to hear the end of it. On that same Christmas game, again, we got 3 games, but the 1 o'clock game is the Raiders versus the Chiefs. I got an upset this week.
Me too.
I am picking the Raiders to beat Kansas City. You know why? Nobody can catch on Kansas City. Not the Eagles by 85.
Butterfingers, my dog can catch better than anything that's on that Kansas City receiving core. Both of my dogs can catch better than that.
You know what's crazy? I bet the Raiders. I bet the Chiefs are missing Demarcus Robinson. He over there with the Rams catching everything that go to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset. I'm taking the Raiders. They was in it. What game did they play last week? Was it
that drubbing against the Chargers? That's
right.
why I'm picking them. They're like, they have the confidence. They're gonna ride high on that one, and they realize they can really stick it to it.
So I mean, this year, I think the Raiders, like Kyle said, can definitely hang with the Chiefs. The Chiefs ain't nothing to be like, oh my God, it's the Chiefs about. Not this year. Not this year. Let Max Crosby get some pressure on Patrick Mahomes.
And Travis Kelce is not 100%.
Let Aiden O'Connell have a good game, and Devontae Adams get hot.
Once he starts swinging them dreads, Devontae feeling himself.
He said the Raiders got Brandon Staley fired. They are the real America's team, and they playing great for Antonio Pierce.
They're playing great.
Who should take that interim off his name? And piss on Patty Mayo's team too.
I'm tired of the Chiefs too, because they get away with too much.
Mayonnaise. That used to be my show though, Doug. That used to be my show. But anyway, we got the game of the week, in my opinion. Both number 1 seeds, AFC, NFC, possibly could be your Super Bowl matchup. We got the Ravens going up against those San Francisco 49ers. Who you got?
I'm taking the 49ers because I hate the Ravens, and they talk too much. Their players talk entirely too much. I'm talking about Marlon Humphrey, who's ever on his podcast. They do entirely too much. I'm tired of them.
Not Patricia Homer. I can't.
And I'm tired of them crying about not getting attention. I will take the 49ers.
I got the Ravens here. I'm taking the Niners. I'm taking the Ravens. Give me Lamar Jackson. Give me Odell, Zay Flowers, and that defense. I am taking the Ravens here to upset the San Francisco 49ers. That should be an awesome game. Ern got the Raisins. Who got the Ravens flock? Ravens in the chat here by Sergeant and Damian.
Kyle got my back. He knows what I'm talking about. Ravens fans have been aggravating the absolute crap out of me.
Oh, I know a couple of Ravens fans now.
Yeah. Just crying on Facebook, making these posts about, you don't give me the attention. Go listen to Marlon Humphrey. That's all the Ravens attention you need. Go listen to him.
And the playoff picture right now, again, my Buffalo Bees. What's going on with me today? It's been a long day, y'all. Baltimore's number 1, Miami 2, KC's 3, Jacksonville 4, Cleveland is 5. And then also we got Indianapolis and Houston has that number 7 seed right now. So that is your AFC standings playoff picture. Of course, we got San Fran 1, Dallas is 2, Detroit 3, Tampa is 4, Eagles sitting there at 5, the Rams is 6, Minnesota holds on that 7th spot, but the Saints and Seattle is not that far behind. All depends on what Minnesota does tomorrow, on Sunday, tomorrow against the Lions. So we'll see. If they lose, they might drop out. If Seattle wins, I think Seattle get that number 7 seed. The Saints are still in it, surprisingly. Atlanta is still in it, surprisingly. So mathematically, the Giants, Chicago, Green Bay, Atlanta are still in it in the hunt. Chicago would need a buttload of people to help them. I don't see them. I see the Giants probably falling off. Chicago will probably fall off if they lose or not. Atlanta, they really not in it.
No. And I hate the way the AFC playoff picture looks because there's 3 teams from the AFC South and not one of them is mine. That is a slap in the face.
But if
How disrespectful.
But if the playoffs ended today, of course, the number 1 seed would have their bye. Miami would play Houston. Kansas City would play Indy. And then you have the Jags and the Browns would play each other. San Fran would have the bye. Dallas would play. Oh, my God. Dallas would have an easy schedule and play Minnesota. Then the Lions would play the Rams. That would be a good game. And then you got the 4 and 5. We got the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Eagles would go at it. And then the Eagles beat them in the regular season. But that is your playoff picture. That is your picks and predictions. That's it for us today. Enjoy y'all holiday, y'all. Have a safe and happy Merry Christmas to y'all and y'all family.
No drinking and driving.
Right, no drinking and driving.
No drinking and driving at all.
Put down the eggnog and the Corquito. Don't drink behind it. Don't do all that. Even though I would love a glass of Corquito right now. I would love it. Hate coconut, but I'll drink Corquito.
I love it.
I need one of my Spanish friends out there. Can y'all make me a bottle, please? Please, somebody make me some. But again, have a wonderful merry holiday. Again, we'll be back next week, the last show before the new year. We're gonna bring out 2023 we're gonna go out with a bang and hopefully have our season and year right coming in 2024. But appreciate everybody who's watching as well, who's in the chat as well. Sides and Kyle, Cool, West Coast, Ern, Damien, everybody who's in the chat. Thank you. Appreciate y'all for being here. Until then, we are out. Again, have a wonderful Christmas. May y'all get everything under the tree except people I don't like. I hope y'all got cold.
Yeah, that did.
But we out of here, guys. Peace.
I mean, you can see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about a team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboys fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the people who run baseball, they try very hard to ruin it.
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't have a problem saying it to his face. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. Hey, you guys any